Right. Ooh, Jeremy Corbyn is back and he recognises that his time in the Labour Party may be done. And so he's going to launch a rival party. Andrew, this is from The Express.
Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it? I always think of the Labour Party as like a kind of conjoined twin. You know, at some point you've got to separate them, and particularly if they're squabbling. Because like the party is effectively two completely incompatible elements together. And they even call each other, you know, they call it the right of the party, the left of the party. And it just doesn't work. It's trying to cohere something together that just won't gel.
For what it's worth, I think the same about the Tory party.
Well, I mean, you could absolutely argue that. And there's been lots of talk about Labour splitting, etc. Of course, Corbyn now doesn't have the whip. Corbyn has lost his place as an MP because he refused to retract comments where he suggested that the allegations of anti-Semitism in the party were dramatically overstated for political reasons. That's what he said. Starmer said, you better take that back. Corbyn says, I won't take that back. And here we are. And now he's saying he's going to launch his own. And if he does, that would be interesting, because would that draw away those leftist elements of the party? I mean, I note that, according to this article in The Express, Diane Abbott and John McDonnell have said they wouldn't join it, so maybe it wouldn't. But I would be very interested to see, because he's still got that residual popularity amongst the left, the die-hard left.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably 20% of the country is quite far left. You know, there's a sort of 20%, maybe sometimes it goes up to 25 and other times it goes down to 15. But there's 20% of the company is, you know, pretty far left socialist in its outlook.
There's something to be said. I mean, I would like there to be a left-wing option on the ballot.
I couldn't agree more.
I think we should have.
And they don't have a voice, was the point I was about to make. And you know, it's cool to like Corbyn, so all the sort of, I guess, you know, the Lily Allens of this world and so on will endorse him. The problem is, you know, all those careerists within the party, they'll probably think, I might lose my seat, I better stay in Labour. So
right.
I think that's a valid decision to make, because Jeremy Corbyn almost seemed happy when he said we lost the election but won the argument, which would have been great if you were taking part in a national argument, but you were taking part in an election. And it's all very well splitting the left, and then everyone will be represented, you can share your vote. But the right seems smart enough and focused enough on winning that even though the Tory party might be two parties together, they stay together to win.
Yeah, they toe the line when it's necessary.
Yeah. I don't see it as splitting the left, because I don't think the Labour right is left. I think it's right. I think ever since, New Labour was a right-wing party, you know, so, or at least certainly wasn't a left-wing party, you know, and I think they have that legacy. I don't think Keir Starmer is particularly left-wing.
I think this is when we say Overton window and we have to put 10p in the box.
Is that right?
All arguments on politics end up saying that.
Right. Well, political parties are like buses. You wait ages and then two come along at once. Steve, this is from The Express.
Yeah, you can tell The Express is happy about talking about Gina Miller again. Oh, those are the days. Do you remember back in the day when she was saying, well, actually, when your voters were saying it should be our judges in charge, not the EU judges? And then she sued, and everyone was like, no, not those judges. They're the enemy of the people, those judges. But The Express is upset that the Gina Miller is vowing to take on Boris Johnson by setting up a new political party. This one called True and Fair Party. They've got these names where it's just nice concepts. Or was it Peace and Justice versus True and Fair? Which actually I think is a brave move on her half, because surely there'll be loads of people wanting to sue her under the Trade's descriptions if she does anything that's not fair or true. They'll be straight into that court.
Well, fair is very much in the eye of the beholder, isn't it?
Yeah, well, so's true these days, sadly.
Well, that's 2022 for you.